I am pleased to present Jamaica's views to the high-level segment of the 27th Conference of the Parties to the UNFCCC. Jamaica thanks the government of the Arab Republic of Egypt for their efforts in hosting COP27. We acknowledge the COP President, Dr. Sameh Shoukry, as it is under his mandate we hope to truly be together for implementation. This is a theme Jamaica endorses. Mr. President, it reflects two key sub-themes. The first is together. The climate change emergency cannot be tackled by a single country, but by every nation playing their role within their respective capabilities. The second is implementation. Again, because it is in implementation, those commitments and ambitious plans that we begin to shift the needle. Mr. President, this year has been another unprecedented one. People continue to grapple with multiple hazards, further straining on already fragile economies and the natural resources on which we rely. The impact on lives around the world has been devastating. Our Caribbean brothers and sisters in Belize and St. Lucia have faced devastation in the last 10 days. In Jamaica, there is a popular saying, "No problem, man." But this does not apply to the current crisis. It may be more accurate to say more problem, man, because the impacts of climate change already being experienced and those to come have not been adequately addressed. Loss and damage has not been given its due attention and support. Jamaica is calling for action. Mr. President, Excellencies, the global financial architecture and mechanisms must change. Sadly, there are still issues of access that must be rectified and made simpler. Small island states have been voicing concerns as well about the growing dissonance in establishing a loss and damage funding arrangement. We unreservedly join with other developing countries in calling for a loss and damage fund that help countries address the inevitable impacts. Mr. President, Jamaica has not sat idly by since COP26. The country has advanced a holistic national disaster risk financing strategy. We have a catastrophe bond in place to provide significant financial protection against named storms up to until the end of 2023. Jamaica, along with partners, launched the Jamaica Systemic Risk Assessment Tool to increase climate change considerations in investment and risk assessment. We are preparing a national adaptation plan accompanied by a financial strategy and investment plan. A national 3 million tree planting program is already underway. We can report that more than 2.4 million trees have since been planted, a result of stakeholders working together for implementation. We have launched an EV policy and reduced taxes to make the transition more competitive. We have reduced taxes for solar panels, making the option more appealing. Jamaica has already and always supported the multilateral system, as it gives us a seat at the table. We have also been active in engaging multilateral partnerships, including the UN CDF local program, the High Ambition Coalition, and the NDC partnership. In our role as NDC partnership co-chairs, we oversaw the launch of the NDC's partnership finance strategy to mobilize international finance for NDC action this year. In closing, I wish to quote the UN Secretary General: "We are in the fight of our lives, and we are losing. We have to wave a red flag. We are failing to live up to the urgency required to deal with climate change." Finally, let me once again extend Jamaica's gratitude to the government of the people of the Arab Republic of Egypt and wish for a successful outcome for COP27. I invite colleagues to read the full longer statement online and will close with the fact that Jamaica repeats its call that climate action is indeed needed now. I thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. It is my pleasure to welcome Her Excellency Ms.